Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of MS Music Reviews. Today we have
Stavion
and Michael. Today we got a very interesting song that we're gonna talk about.
I hate him with a passion. I hate him so much, bro.
Come on, leave that feeling for home. Don't bring it onto the podcast or the internet or the projects that we do or the songs that you make. Don't forget to check them out.
What's the name of this song again?
Doja. Surprisingly
Doja?
enough. Yep.
Doja.
Yep.
Doja.
Just 4 letters. D-O-J. A.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a
Almost
stack
forgot.
with you. I didn't hear him say the word Doja at all during the song.
What,
Not
are you
once.
serious?
I could barely
He
understand that.
name dropped Doja Cat. How did you not hear that?
I didn't hear it because homie sounded like he was off the perk.
Oh my god, this dude was like the most clearest UK drill rapper that I've heard. So I'm like,
That's the first problem. UK and drill.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but it was pretty clear at my end.
Oh my god.
Oh, and this is obviously by C. So if you guys want to check him out, you can.
Homie said he be trapping
Yep.
on Christmas.
Yep.
The trap house be open on Christmas.
Yep.
Why the f*** is the trap house?
Hey man,
Bro, even the prisons ain't open on Christmas. What?
Hey man, you gotta do that grind. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta pay out that Lamborghini loan. You gotta pay out that rental. You gotta pay off the homies for joining you on your.
Let's talk about the song. Getting on my last nerve.
All right, so my first impressions of the song was pretty upbeat, pretty clear. I understand most of what he was saying. There was a couple times where he was so matched up with the flow and the beat that the sample, what was the sample from again? That little whistling noise or that high pitch
I know where the sample from. I just can't remember the name.
Guys, killing me because I should know. And I don't know. I don't want to say that it's from a Snoop Dogg song, but it's probably from around that era.
Yeah, I know. I forget.
But hey, the sample was good. It sounded like some of his words were drowned out by the sample, but that might just be a mixing issue, or maybe it was done on purpose. But that was my first impression. Kind of interesting, kind of clear, kind of funny in some parts. What do you think?
Bro, every time I hear a British rapper, I immediately laugh. Not because... I'm going to just keep it real. I don't feel like a lot of the time the British accent work with just rapping a lot of the time.
Okay.
Because a lot of the time I feel like the British be adding shit to like they vowels and consonants to just make it sound off. And I don't want to knock them, but like in general, it just don't sound good to me when they rap. Like because of the way they do it, like they tingle, or like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like weird. It's like weird. Maybe it's just the lingo that they use that I'm just not too keen on.
Maybe.
But like, I just do not be. I don't be with the British rappers like that. I really don't. I know for a fact it's the accent. Like in every other context, I actually like the accent. Like when I hear a British person speak, I f with the accent. When I hear them like sing, I f with the accent. But when they rap,
it's over. Time to do your dub.
But I mean, outside of that, I'm sure there were plenty of good parts of the song.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get past that part specifically, but there were plenty of good
vocals, right?
Yeah. Well, the execution of the vocals, because the vocals. No, that's a specific thing. That's a specific thing, right? Because there's the execution and then there's the recording, right? So you could be using good recording equipment and have done good good audio work on the recording itself, But there's a difference between that and what you actually sang into that bitch. So pre and post, you know, hammering out the audio of the voice, right? Whoever was like mixing this dude did a good job. In my opinion, they did a good job.
Okay.
But like what he rapped into the mic was not that great. I did not like it that much. And that's the most of what I've been talking about. Okay. I think the song overall was mixed pretty well. It had the I can't think of the name of that sample. I ain't even gonna hold you. I feel like as soon as we turn this off, bro, we gonna remember exactly. It's gonna click.
As soon as we hit stop record, we're gonna be like epiphany.
Cause I heard that song so many times. I believe it was in True Crime Streets, LA.
Perhaps.
I believe it was in that game. Cause I remember. I just remember cruising in that game and hearing that song. I think I'm fucking up. But anyway. In my opinion, I feel like it was mixed well. I didn't hear too many things that stood out. I didn't really hear anything that kind of got drowned out. I felt like, in totality, I felt like it was mixed well. I just could not get past that voice.
Okay.
For the life of me, I could not get past that voice. And it's sad to me. I mean, and I don't know. Maybe that makes me like, I don't know, fucking, like,
an old
countryist or like countryist or some shit. Like, I just
a culturist,
maybe. Like I don't really rock with that. With that accent. That accent. Yeah. That accent.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I respect that. The good things I saw in it was practically, like I said, the sample was killer. I think the instrumentation was very. It was kind of unique.
I mean, I would say this as well. Like they didn't do anything substantial, right? Like it was just kind of your standard rap song. It had a sample, it had like the drums and all that other good stuff. It was just kind of your standard rap song. The only thing
they didn't try too hard to like change the whole formula. They were just like, let's put some basic beats, right? Mm-hmm. With like, I want to say like very like a real sounding drums. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I get what you're saying. But like, overall, there was just nothing to carry the song, right? Like there was nothing. Like normally when you listen to a song, either all the parts are good, or like it's like
a standout.
Yeah, or there's a standout part, right? And if all the parts ain't good, then you look for that standout part. So the problem with me is I didn't see anything that stood out. And there was more things that kind of drew back than what stood out. So
okay,
I guess we gonna get into the ratings now, but I'm gonna have to give it like a hard 3 out of 10.
Ooh, 3 out of 10.
Like, well, the sample was good, the mixing was good, but I just can't get past
the voice.
The voice. I just cannot get past the voice. I mean, it a lot of the times it kind of just felt weird and a little offbeat, but I feel like this is just kind of a more personal thing now, but because
it's more of a bias.
Yeah, it's more of a bias type thing. But in general, I there was no crazy bars. There was no nothing really. There was nothing really carrying the song. The beat was okay. The sample he used was a nice sample, but like he didn't do nothing special with it. So it's just like your average rap song, but a little bit less because I don't like the voice like that.
Yeah, and that's fine. I respect that rating.
What about you?
I think I'd probably rate him a solid 5.5.
5.5?
Yeah, I think he's a little bit average, but the thing that kind of stuck out with me was, since I was able to kind of listen to him a little bit, his bars that stood out to me were more in the funny end when he got into his verses. But his I think he did an actually really good job with the chorus. The chorus was right in tempo. It caught you in. You learned it within the second try, and you were like, whoa, that's a chorus. Kind of like, whoa, that's a thought.
No strings attached, but she wants shit from me.
Exactly.
But yeah, I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah. But the reason why it's not higher is because it was kind of short.
That is another thing that I didn't like. Like, I don't like these 1 minute and 30-second songs, or like 1 minute and a couple of like, no, just right. Like, I don't know. This is just a pet peeve of mine. I don't like these short songs. Like, I really don't like these short songs, because I'm like, it don't really feel like a true song. It just kind of feel like an intro or outro or something like that. So I'm like, okay, if you was making a or like an interlude or something, my bad. If you was making like an album and this was on an album, and like maybe it's devoid of context because I didn't like go in and like research the other songs for this guy, then that would make sense of it being short. But that really didn't factor into my rating, so whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if you were, would it change or no?
I mean, it'd still roughly be in that same ballpark, because that's not gonna do any favors for it at all.
Yeah. So if anything, it would just kind of lower it or keep it there.
Yeah, I think it'd probably just keep it there. Like, I don't think I would lower it by really anything notable, because I pretty much think I got my point across with the number I gave it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I gave it that rating because it was kind of short. It wasn't too crazy. It wasn't anything experimental or pushing the music platform to any like crazy degree. But for a song, I found it pretty simple.
No insane skills or nothing. It just left too much to be desired. Like, after that, it was like, okay, you could have done so much more. Like, that's an iconic sample, even though I can't remember the name. It's an iconic sample. And
is it really iconic though?
It is. I mean, it is. In my opinion, it is an iconic sample. And it I don't know. It's just like, there's just so much more he could have did with that, and he just didn't.
That's unfortunate.
I guess a good comparison or apt comparison would be like Young Gravy using the what's it called sample, the I can't think of no names today, bro.
The Rick Roll sample?
Yeah. The Rick Roll sample.
Rick Astley?
Yeah, Rick Astley sample. It, like, at least with that, he did some stuff with it. He kind of, made it his own. Kind of did a little thing with it. So that was appreciated a lot. With this, it was just kind of the sample played. He rapped over the sample. And
and just try to make like the most catchiest bars, most catchiest hook or chorus that you could.
I mean, yeah, but
just
then
keep it like super simple and played down. Which
I mean, yeah, but then that kind of shot itself in the foot, because he didn't really do that well with that, in my opinion.
In your opinion, yeah.
In my opinion. So
I know some people would be like, "Oh my god, the flow was
impeccable."
Superior." But yeah, no,
it was amazing, bruv.
Ain't nothing like it, right?
Nothing like it. Well, anyway, y'all tell us how you feel about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, make sure you check out my channel. I believe it's gonna be either over here or in the middle or somewhere in these mugs. Hopefully right here. And then check out Sean's channel. It's gonna be like right here.
Right here.
Yep. All right.
Don't forget about our editor.
Yep. He be putting in the work. He be putting in the work. And then check me out on all of the music platforms y'all already know.
Give Stavion some love. You already know.
And tell us how you feel about this song in the comments. I mean, was I too harsh? Was I being a little bogus? Was he too lenient? Maybe.
I'm scared. Guys, comment, save me. But don't worry, guys. Don't forget to hit that bell and just kidding.